Hold on to your butts because we have a brand spanking new H-1B documentary to show you.
I think we found Suite 78 right here, pretty cramped quarters for 7 workers, wouldn't you say?
Where are the workers located?
They're in the office actually.
So it's Suite 78?
I don't know the exact address. I can check with you.
Well, it's interesting because we already checked and that suite is actually just a mailbox. So are the workers located in the mailbox?
No, not.
So where are all the workers?
Let's get into it. Welcome back to Sarah Gonzalez Unfiltered. Happy H-1B registration day, everybody. To celebrate, I got you a gift, especially you, the scammers, wherever you are. I hope you're watching. And I hope that you will go over to my other channel, Sarah Gonzalez TX, and watch part 2 of my H-1B visa scam documentary series. We just dropped it today, and we're going to talk about it. I'll go through some of it, but you're not going to get it in full, and you're not going to get the full picture, the extent of just how gross it all is, unless you go over to that channel and subscribe while you are there. We are releasing that exclusively on that channel. So as soon as you're done with this video, go over there, watch it, comment, smash the like button, and subscribe to @SarahGonzalez TX. Guys, I was just excited to get this out because we are drowning in all things H-1B abuse related. Like the Google documents that my team has that we are trying to sift through and just find the time to get out and go film, or find the time to like edit it all together because we've got it filmed, but we haven't had a chance to edit it because we've been too busy researching, because all we do is uncover more and more and more fraud and abuse and loopholes and scams. So I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but this is one of the biggest scandals of our generation, is the amount of people who have come in here fraudulently. I mean, we are talking about millions of American jobs at this point that are being stolen by people who have come in here fraudulently. And you're lucky if they even have the credentials that they claim that they have, because oftentimes they don't even have those credentials. So we've showed you so many different aspects of this particular scandal. We showed you the houses fronting as businesses. And I don't know, it's like, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to register a business to a home. Yeah, I know. But the problem is that these houses were fronting as businesses, and these businesses at the home were supposed to include, sometimes up to 27, 30 H-1B workers at that particular worksite location, except there were no workers. Curious. Now, I wanted to show this next part, which I personally believe is the bigger piece here. These companies that are posing like they're legit software companies. By the way, you can usually spot them online because you'll go to their website and the website looks like shit, which is crazy for software designers. Their websites should be the best looking, most polished websites. You got a bunch of IT programmers, a bunch of computer experts. That website should look good. And they always look like crap. So we go to visit these software companies, and one after the other, the lights are off, no one is home, no sign of life. So I went looking. I keep posing the same question. Where are the workers? I went looking for the workers.
In looking into some of these companies, I think there may be more than meets the eye. Why not check in and see what we find? This one is Tech Bits on the LCA. We've got 2 2025 workers on site. Okay, it's locked. I don't think anyone is here at Tech Bits. All right, Unique Software Solutions have 4 H-1B visas. Let's see if anyone's home. Another locked door. Okay, we're looking for Suite 264. We've done several laps. I I don't see a 264. Go this way. Back where we just were. There appears not to be a Suite 264. Can't find Suite 264. Oak Technologies lists Suite 264 as their HQ. Are we like in Harry Potter world? Are we on platform 9 3/4? I don't understand where is this office? So A&A Infosystems is supposed to be at Suite 275. They brought in multiple 2025 workers that are supposed to be on site. 7 H-1Bs were approved in 2025 for this company. And we're here at Suite 275 and there's nobody here. But if you are looking for an office space to rent, I do have one for you. So curiously enough, we went looking for Oak Technologies in the previous building. It wasn't there. We couldn't find the suite. It was a missing suite. But we went to their website and it turns out they list this building as their new address here at Suite 130, but there's a different company that's here that also happens to be on our list. Oh, there ain't nobody in there, and there's a fucking card table set up again. Super strange that a technology company, two technology companies have just a spare room. Where are the computers? Where are the servers? Where's the technology that's happening here? Most importantly, where are the workers? Okay, here is Suite 175. Now, they had 21 H-1B visas in 2025, and we do have the records that show that they should have workers on site at this location. What do you know? Another locked door. Lights are out, nobody's home. We do have the peephole again. Let's check it out. I don't understand all these tech companies. They have tech in their name, no technology to be found, just a bunch of card tables. So I would say the only winner here are the card table manufacturers. Clearly, they're being bought and placed right in these empty rooms. Oh, we found Oak Technologies. It's not the same suite number that's listed on the address, but here it is. What a recurring theme.
Make sure to go check this out in its entirety at the YouTube channel at Sarah Gonzalez TX. It's not this one. You got to go subscribe. If you're watching on Sarah Gonzalez Unfiltered, you got to go subscribe to Sarah Gonzalez TX. Now, I do want to comment for the people who they thought they had us. They thought they had us. They thought that they caught us going on a weekend because of the business hours that we show on one of the businesses. No, actually, we just grabbed the screen grab. We took the screenshot on the weekend. We've every single time we do this, it's always within business hours. And I would dare any of these companies to try to question that. It's always business hours and we go multiple different times. We can't find anyone there. So once you start learning like the tells, once you start learning what to look for, it just becomes very, very apparent very quickly when you're looking at these. I mentioned the websites. There are a couple other tells that you can really look for to tell which ones are shady. You can tell the ones that are shady from the ones that are not. And before I even stepped foot in the building for this next one, I just had a feeling about this company. There's another company we discovered in the area with some irregularities. This is Innovative Datalytics Group, LLC, located at 8105 Razor Boulevard in Plano. They've got at least 7 H-1B workers who should be working on site. Let's check it out. Oh, office reimagined. That's one way to put it. So Innovative Datalytics stood out because it had no website, which is weird for a company with a bunch of software engineers here on H-1B visas. The visa paperwork listed the company in Suite 78, so we went looking for it, but couldn't seem to find that suite number in the entire building until...
I think we found Suite 78 right here, pretty cramped quarters for 7 workers, wouldn't you say?
So seeing as we couldn't get the public access files from the business location, we tracked down the owner and went to go speak with her at her home.
Hi, I was looking for Uma Devi.
Speaking?
Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Do you own Innovative Datalytics Group?
Yes.
Great. So I know you have some H-1B workers here
Yeah.
with LCAs. Where are the workers located?
They're in the office actually, so I'm not sure about the residential address you're asking about.
Where's the office located?
Office is in, my husband is actually taking care of those details.
The Razor Boulevard,
Yeah.
Suite 78.
I don't know.
So it's Suite 78.
I don't know the exact address. I can check with him.
Well, it's interesting because we already checked, and that suite is actually just a mailbox. So are the workers located in the mailbox?
No, not.
So where are all the workers?
I'm not sure. That's why I have to
Well,
check with my husband.
but you own the company. You're registered to the state of Texas. The first business owner I've seen that has no idea about her own business.
Telling you guys, you need to go watch this in its entirety. It will make you crazy. Like, you will be infuriated at all of the contradictions, because not only does this woman contradict herself multiple times, and by the way, I do just want to say, I have heard from so many of you who are saying, make sure you look into the H-4 EAD and the H-1B combo fraud. Trust me when I tell you, once you watch this video, you will know we're on it. Okay? We are. We've got it. We're looking into it to the best of our abilities. Now, she contradicts herself, I mentioned. You heard her talk about her husband, who, by the way, I don't know about you guys. If I own a business, it's my business, and I know at least basic things like where are the workers officing and where is the address? Very basic things. I know if it's my company. Apparently, this woman has no idea what's going on with her own company that she is registered to in the state of Texas. She's like, actually, my husband handles all that. Actually, I don't know. I'll have to check with my husband. Actually, I don't know. It's my husband handles that. Yeah, my husband's the one who did it all. So we spoke with her husband, who, you're going to be shocked to hear this, completely undercut her story too.
I just was curious about your company, Innovative Datalytics. Where are all of the H-1B workers?
Well, they never came.
They never came.
Yeah, we didn't. We were trying to acquire a software company called Geotech.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing some Informatica. It didn't happen, so we applied for this, and then nothing's happening there. So it's just, nobody is here.
That's not passing the vibe check for me. That's not, again, I mean, I want you guys to go watch the full video, and I want to hear from you. But the thing is that in order to believe that these people just never came, there's nobody here. They never came. There were applications and there were visas that were actually sponsored. All of the paperwork, nothing was withdrawn. None of these that we are speaking about were withdrawn. Okay. So in order to believe that the people never came, you would have to believe that this husband and wife combo went through this extremely expensive and laborious legal process to bring in all of these workers just to abandon all of the plans. Like, you would have to believe that at the cheapest rate, it would have cost them $8,000 to get this done. So they paid $8,000 and then got everything approved and then was like, nah, it's fine. We're going to pass. At the upper limit, which is probably more realistic, especially with the way all of this was done, you would have to believe that they spent $36,000 on the upper end to go through all of this process only to just not have the workers come. And that just doesn't make sense to me. That is not something that seems reasonable. And I watched enough Judge Judy in my day, okay? And I know that typically, if it doesn't make sense, it's because it's not true. That is something that I have always, I'm not kidding, I did hear it on Judge Judy once, but it did stick with me because I was like, oh, actually, I use it with my kids all the time. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I just don't think it's true. I actually don't think it's true. I know that you're lying. And it's never led me astray. That doesn't make sense. But this, in and of itself, is already just a giant piece of the much bigger problem, because we need the government to wake up to this. The fact that we have a process in which they could bring people in or not, we wouldn't know. So how come this process is meant to be transparent? It is meant for you to go to these businesses and ask them for their public access files, and that's great. But if you can't prove that the workers actually came here, what are you supposed to do about it? There are so many holes in this system that, by the way, all of these foreign nationals already know and are already heavily exploiting. So all I'm saying is that the H-1B visa program should have been completely shut down yesterday. And every single one of these H-1B visas that are current and active need to be heavily audited. Heavily audited. We need an influx. You know what? With as much money as they steal from my taxes and blow it on bullshit, I would love for them to I would love it. I'd be totally fine with it if I knew that it was going my hard-earned money that I was earning and the government was stealing every time I realize I'm a contract worker. I'm not a W-2, so I don't get it taken out of my paycheck. I have to literally write a check to the government. Every time I write a check to the government, it would feel at least a little bit better knowing that they were putting it towards bringing in more USCIS workers to audit all of these H-1B visas to make sure that there isn't fraud. Like, I don't buy the argument that we don't have enough skilled workers in America and we're having to import all of these software engineers. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, in my experience with all of this, all of these people that I'm talking to who can't keep their stories straight, we're not importing the best of the best. All right? We're importing scammers. And these scammers clearly are taking advantage of our systems and being so arrogant about it right in front of our faces. And you'll notice something else. A lot of you in the comments, I already noticed that you picked up on this. These houses that we're going to for all of these curious abnormalities with these H-1B workers and these massive software companies that seem to sponsor all of these people, they always live in very nice homes and very nice neighborhoods. Look at that. Wouldn't you too like to be able to afford to live in a home like that? Wouldn't you too like to enjoy the American dream? Oh, sorry, you can't, because a bunch of foreign nationals are coming and taking up all of your housing and stealing your jobs. And I'm done with it. And we're going to keep sounding the alarm and we're going to keep exposing it. And let me tell you, I am so excited because from here on out, it is smooth sailing with confronting so many of these people. They're like Marvel villains to me. I can't wait. I would say the names, but my producer would kill me. But we've got the names of these. They're like gangs, they're like mafia members, and they all work together. And there's this tangled web that they weave that we are uncovering, and it's going to just continue to be more and more massive. So make sure that you are subscribed over there, Sarah Gonzalez TX. Make sure you're subscribed here as well. You want to catch the full show, obviously. Smash the like button, comment. It'll help us in the algorithm, which we all know is stacked against us. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.